It's fall, y'all.
And we're going to talk about it. So we thought it'd be fun to do some fall things, this or that, kind of get our opinions about each item. And
we'd love to know your opinions too. So let us know in the comments if you agree with us on these things.
Or disagree.
Yeah, or disagree. We want to hear all about it. Like, feel free to argue. This is what this is about.
All right. You want to kick off?
Sure. Yeah. All right. So first one is a pumpkin spice or chai.
Are you specifically latte?
I think I would go with like specifically drinks, or at least like flavor, right? Like, because you could do, I mean, I guess they don't make many chai flavored breads and things like that like they do.
I think it's more about
probably more the drinks. Pumpkin spice latte or like a chai.
I'm going to say pumpkin spice latte because it still has the coffee.
Yeah, I'm going to say chai because I don't like sweet coffee.
But you do like pumpkin spice flavoring.
I like pumpkin
You're
spice.
obsessed with it. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, but more like pumpkin spice bagels, pumpkin spice muffins, that kind of thing. We made pumpkin Mickey waffles this morning. Yeah. That kind of stuff.
You bought like 50 things when you...
I bought out basically everything that Trader Joe's sells that is pumpkin spice flavored and also gluten-free because they have a lot of that stuff. But I think if we're saying it's a pumpkin spice latte versus a chai tea latte, or a chai latte, I don't have to say chai tea latte, I would pick chai.
Yeah, I mean, I do like a chai latte, but pumpkin spice to me is more fall, so it's like...
I get that. That makes sense.
So next up is a haunted house or a corn maze, or could be both, but...
That's true.
One or the other.
If I had to do either one of those things, which I would prefer to do neither of those things, I would choose a haunted house.
You don't like a corn maze?
No. Not even a little.
I don't think I've ever really done a corn maze.
I have done corn because I lived in Indiana
like a
for a while.
thing.
Yeah.
I've done like a haunted thing. They had a little bit.
I mean, maze. I guess that's true. The ones that I've ever done kind of are a little haunted. So, but I'd rather do a haunted house because the corn mazes to me are a little bit more boring.
That's true.
It's just not that exciting. And a haunted house would be a little bit more fun. Although I don't really like either activity.
I really like haunted houses. I'm kind of sad that there aren't. It's not really a thing here in Chicago.
Yeah. Like I think it could be really cool.
I think like if you wanted to go to a haunted house, you'd have to drive like an hour out of the city.
You probably would. Yeah. And you could do some really cool things in like a building. Can you imagine if you had to like get on an elevator in a haunted house?
Like go up like
it'd be kind of scary. It'd be fun. Yeah.
You could make it like almost like a...
You could have like a scary...
Tower of Terror thing.
What is it? The elevator... elevator operator. You could have like a...
Bellboy? Or...
No, I think they're called elevator operators. Okay. But just like in the Tower of Terror, you could have like a scary one that's like so fun.
Going down.
That'd be great. Love that. We should do that. So the next one is pumpkin bread or banana bread.
Banana bread.
I think I would pick banana bread too. I think I agree with you.
Although I feel like I don't know if banana bread is necessarily a fall thing for me.
That's fair. I think I'd eat a banana bread any time of year. And pumpkin bread I would kind of think of as this time of year. But I still think if I was given the choice, I would choose banana bread. I think I like it a little bit better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I like it. I like the nuts and stuff.
I do too. I like it because generally banana bread has nuts, not always, but I do like it like with walnuts or pecans.
And like to me, pumpkin bread, like I'm imagining the like bundt cake.
Oh, see, I think of like pumpkin loaf like Starbucks.
I was thinking of like a bundt cake and then it has like a drizzle on top. So then it's just like a solid pumpkin. And so it's like, it's good, but it doesn't have like a lot of texture to it, which I like.
Yeah, well, that's true. Banana bread has a lot of, there's a little more complexity to it. Yeah, I'm thinking of banana bread. I'm good with that.
Next up, rainy or sunny days?
In the fall specifically.
Yeah.
There's really nice things to be said about rainy fall days. I mean, like, I feel like it's a good excuse to slow down, pick up a book, grab a cup of chai. I don't know. But then, like, a sunny fall day when it's, like, sweater and, like, it's cool out, but, like, a little warm in the sun.
The wind is crisp and,
like,
the sun is warm, and, like, the leaves are blowing in the wind.
This is a tough one to pick. I think I would pick the sunny day. Although I do love a rainy fall day.
Yeah.
I'd be happy with either choice, but I'll pick a sunny day. I'll go with that. cozy sweaters or soft blankets?
I'm gonna say sweaters. I like to be outside in the fall.
Yeah. Well, really, a cozy sweater is like a blanket you wear.
Yeah.
It's like
all time.
it's like
all the time.
blanket clothing. That's what a sweater is. I love it.
Yeah. And one, I like jackets and clothes. So.
I love jackets and coats and sweaters, and I love winter wear.
Yeah. Fall wear.
Fall wear. Well, yeah, fall wear and winter wear. All the warm things, cozy things.
Monster Squad or Hocus Pocus?
And Monster Squad is a movie from
the best movie.
It's
if you
a
don't know
great
what it
movie.
is, you need to watch it.
But I didn't watch it as a kid,
Oh.
so I don't know if everyone knows about it.
Oh. Well, I'm telling you right now that if
It's
you
a
don't
great
know what
movie,
it
you
is,
should check
you
it
need
out.
to watch it. It's the best
When
movie.
did it come out? Late
Like
80s?
the 80s.
Maybe?
Oh my gosh. We're going to watch it later.
We are. It's a great movie. So that we watch that like every Halloween. So choosing between that and Hocus Pocus, I don't know that I can choose. I think they're both great. But I would probably choose, I guess, Hocus Pocus because I did grow up watching Hocus Pocus. That was like the Halloween movie that I remember as a kid. And I think, not that you watch Hocus Pocus too, I think. As a kid.
Yeah, lots.
Yeah. But
Every
you
year
also
too.
watch more. So
I think that Monster Squad has like the young boys in it. Has like that camaraderie that I always enjoy. Like all of my favorite movies are always about a gang of boys.
it is like the coming of age story, like
The Goonies,
Stand By Me.
Sandlot, yeah, all of those. But the Monster Squad, it's so fun because it's like these like kids that are in a monster club, and like real monsters come. And
Yeah.
they're, like,
and they have to save
they fight.
the town.
They
yeah.
fight them off, save the town.
Yeah.
So good.
It's a great movie. It's a really good. They're both really good movies. I think Monster Squad's a little more violent, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, he shoots the vampires
Vampiris.
with stakes made into.
It's pretty violent.
like out of a bow and
For
arrow.
a kids movie, but it is really good.
It's corny and cheesy. It's not like it's gory or anything.
No, it's not super gory. And I guess technically, like a kid dies in Hocus Pocus, so
Yeah, there you go.
that's pretty.
Turns into a cat. And then
Well,
the other guy
his
gets his
sister
head
dies.
knocked off.
Thackeray Binks'
Oh,
sister
yeah.
dies. There's actual death.
Oh yeah, and then like one dude's
Oh,
head
yeah.
gets knocked off.
Well, Billy. Yeah, it's a great. It's a good
I mean, it's
movie.
not gory either. Obviously, it's just campy and funny. But
They are both kind of campy and funny. So, all right. So you're picking Monster Squad. I'm picking Hocus Pocus. Right, we'll go with that. Next up is apple pie or pumpkin pie.
question: does the apple pie come with ice cream?
I think for the purposes of this or that, no,
Then-
because we're not. Well, okay. I guess we could say that, and then maybe the pumpkin pie comes with the whipped cream. If you're gonna have accoutrements, is that what you call them? Accessories?
A la mode or a la cream.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll say apple pie with ice cream or pumpkin pie with whipped cream.
No, you have to just do
Okay, it's an apple pie and pumpkin pie.
without
No ice cream.
without any whipped cream or ice cream. I would have to say pumpkin pie
Okay.
because I am not the biggest fan of pie crust, and apple pie has
It usually
twice
does
as
have,
much.
Yeah.
Pumpkin pie is only on the bottom, and it's more like moist. Well, I guess apple pie is also. I don't know.
I would choose apple pie, hands down. It's not a contest for me. I'm not really a pumpkin pie fan, and I think pumpkin pie is a little overrated. I like sweet potato pie, which is different than
Which
pumpkin
no one
pie,
knows what that
and
is.
better than pumpkin pie.
The people watching are like, "What is sweet potato pie?"
If you don't know, I'm sorry for you. It's so much better than pumpkin pie. It's basically pumpkin pie, but made with sweet potatoes. It's more flavor.
I will say that it is good. It tastes
Sweet
just
potato
like,
pie is
it just tastes like pumpkin pie.
Amazing, but more flavorful.
Same
better.
amount of flavor.
So, pumpkin pie, but better.
Same amount.
But I like apple pie way better than either of those pies.
Apple pie is good.
I love apple pie.
I haven't had apple pie.
And I think apple pie is very fall, has a lot of fall flavors, and is underrated as
I
pies
think
go.
pie in general is pretty fall coded.
I would agree. Yeah, pie kind of feels very fall, very fall overall. I'm gonna go with apple pie.
Okay, pumpkin
Hands
pie.
down. Yeah.
Next up, okay.
That's an easy
this is a not a heated debate at all. Yeah, Halloween or Thanksgiving?
Hands down, Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do not like Thanksgiving.
Both of us are not fans of Thanksgiving, even though I really love the food. It's just that I think everything that comes with the holiday is not.
I feel like it's. I think Thanksgiving is disingenuous. I personally don't like the food. I know you do. I do not like any of the food of Thanksgiving, with the exception of cranberry sauce, which you can absolutely do at Christmas time. So
Oh,
it's
that's
not
true.
like you're missing out on cranberry sauce. I don't like Thanksgiving.
My biggest thing is I think at Thanksgiving, like I talked about this before, is like Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas are too close to each other. You don't get enough time to enjoy each holiday.
Yep.
So if you just cut out Thanksgiving,
It gives you more
and
time.
then you start celebrating Halloween in like May, you get all just kidding. You get so much time with, but I just feel like there's not enough time of Halloween. Like you really don't feel
It
like
gets
it's,
overshadowed.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then like it's like as soon as you Halloween you hand out candy, I feel like you're like tearing it down
And putting up your Christmas
putting
tree.
up Christmas lights, and it's like
Yeah.
if you just had a little bit longer.
Yep. Yeah,
And then
that's great.
Thanksgiving, it doesn't really
Thanksgiving almost doesn't even feel like a holiday. It just sort of feels like
like an afterthought.
an appetizer to Christmas.
Yeah.
Like it's like
When it's the same
start.
food too, usually. Except the cookies are
It really kind of
shaped
is in a lot of ways.
Christmas ornaments or something instead of
Yeah, and I can't stand turkey. I cannot stand it.
Yeah, I
It's
definitely-
disgusting.
would rather have ham.
Yeah.
But that's another video.
Yeah. So Halloween, hands down, for both of us. Next up is caramel apples or s'mores.
S'mores, hands down. I could probably only count like 3 caramel apples in my life that I probably eat, but I have
Yeah.
thousands of s'mores.
Yeah, agree. Yeah. Easy answer, s'mores. But I don't really like caramel apples like on the stick, like the whole apple. Like I had braces for a really long time, and so like biting into an apple is difficult for me anyway. And then like biting into an apple that's coated in caramel is like a lot. But I think like apple slices dipped in caramel, I like a lot. Like that's a good fall snack. But I still would choose a s'more over that any day. Toasted marshmallow, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
More like you can put like Reese's cups on them. Oh, that's so good.
We could have a whole video about.
Yeah, we should have done a
Reese's
this or that
peanut butter
Halloween candy. That's what it is. Halloween candy. What's your favorite? Mine is lots. I have all of them.
Yeah.
And you like Smarties, like a
I do like Smarties. I like
weirdo.
Smarties and candy corn. And nerds.
yeah, the grossest candy. Candy corn and Smarties.
Smarties are delicious.
It's fine because that way when we get all of the candy, you can have all the ones that I don't like.
Right.
Because those are all of your
And you can
favorites,
have all the gross
and all
candy.
the ones that you don't like are my favorites.
Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect yin yang.
I also like gummies, like gummy worms, gummy bears, gummy,
Oh, I do too.
like all those.
I
things.
specifically
That is the one we agree on.
specifically the sour.
Yeah.
Like
oh,
sour,
gummies
like
are
Sour
really
Patch
good. Mm-hmm.
Kids and sour gummy worms are like probably my favorite candy.
Yeah.
I used to like sour Skittles, but I broke a tooth, so
No
don't eat
more
those
sour
anymore.
Now I've lost our place.
Oh, okay. No, it's fine. We were we both think that s'mores over caramel apples. That's where we agree.
Hands
Caramel
down.
apples
That's where we
are
were.
fun and they're like it definitely feels like fall, but s'mores are better.
I love to look at them. We have a Killins in our building, and they make
They're really pretty.
very expensive, very beautiful caramel apples. But I'd rather have s'mores.
Hot chocolate or apple cider? Specifically hot apple cider, I guess.
Right, yeah, hot beverages. That's a good comparison. Apple cider for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, chocolate, like I like dark chocolate, but I don't love chocolate in general. So I would choose apple cider.
I will say
always.
that they made some hot apple cider at Taco Rio. And
I missed it.
Nakano, he had like his mother's recipe. Oh my god. It was so good.
Is he going to make it again?
It probably is there now, yeah.
want some.
But it
To go there
It was
later.
really good. Like it was like crisp and cool yesterday. So like it was really good. But I would say, aside from that one instance, I would usually go with hot chocolate. I really like chocolate. I think hot chocolate is like, I don't know, it's something about apple cider is very thin, and I like the hot chocolate.
The
is usually,
creaminess.
like, creamy
I can
and
get
thick.
That makes
That
sense.
makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like a.
I kind of like almost prefer hot chocolate. I think of it almost more as like a winter, like Christmassy.
That is
like
true.
I like peppermint
you
hot
know what?
chocolate.
I changed my mind. Apple cider is fall. Hot chocolate is winter.
Okay.
If you disagree, you're wrong.
I win on that one. Next up is trick-or-treating or a costume party as activities in the fall.
I mean, obviously, trick or treating. Like, think
Kind
of
of
it.
is
Think
a
of it
costume
as your
party.
kid. Like,
Well, yeah.
Obviously, as adults,
we don't
it's-
trick-or-treat as
it's not allowed. But it's
we
like
hand out candy. And
I know.
love
But
doing that.
I was thinking like when I wrote that, I was thinking like
Thinking through the eyes
what
of a
you
kid.
as an eye of a kid, like what you thought of.
Or do you do a costume party? Yeah.
I guess like now as adults, trick or treating is going to a costume party or handing out
Right.
candy at your house.
Yeah.
I really like costume parties. I really love costumes.
Yeah.
So I think it's fun. but we also don't really go to them because we don't really
Not
like to
that
go.
much,
We
not
don't really.
often.
We're not really party goers.
Because people party way too late.
Yeah.
What's wrong with like a midday
And
party?
we're fine with just watching a movie and eating nice food.
Yeah.
Apple cider and s'mores.
And handing out candy.
And we do like handing out candy because
Yeah.
it's fun seeing other people's costumes. I think that's in my brain. That was like the thing is I like.
Well, that's I was gonna say I would pick trick or treating because it kind of is both. Because you get candy, you get to hand out candy, and enjoy costumes.
Yeah, I will agree.
It's like you kind of get to double dip.
Yeah, it is kind of like where I was.
Yeah.
I think my brain was going there and I just didn't know it.
Yeah.
But it's like I do like costumes, so like seeing more costumes is always better.
Yeah. Yeah, I love seeing people's costumes. I love seeing the creativity, and here in our building, like when the little kids come to the door and with their costumes, it's so fun to like get to like be like, oh, are you whatever,
Yeah.
and like so cute.
And usually they're really young.
That's
too,
my
so it's,
favorite
like,
character. Yeah,
super-
they're all well, at least in our building, a lot of them are really little, and so they get so excited, like so really cute. So yeah, I think I'd pick trick or treating. Okay, next one is this one I'm a little concerned about because if I'm shoveling snow, it better not be the fall. It's raking leaves or shoveling snow.
I mean,
both
technically
activities.
winter doesn't start until December, and I've definitely been in places where it snows before this.
That's
before
fair. I guess there are
the end of
places
December.
that's true where it snows in the fall. Technically, neither of these activities do I want to do.
Well, yeah.
That's why we live in a
You have
condo.
to pick one.
So I don't have to do either one of these things. If I had to choose between the two, I think I would rather shovel snow than rake leaves.
That's so funny because like you think like raking leaves, it's not as cool, but I also
I
agree.
hate raking leaves.
I like to shovel snow,
Yeah, I'd rather shovel snow.
and it is cold, but makes that hot chocolate when you come back in
Yeah.
that much better. And then raking leaves, you're just like.
Well, and it feels like you're not getting anywhere
Yeah.
because it just doesn't. It's just not as clean of an activity.
Yeah, it is
It's
true.
like you have to go over it and over and over, and you're like that one leaf, like you just pick it up.
It's like sweeping, like
It's
a endless
awful.
sweeping. Like
Yes.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
funny.
I'd much rather shovel snow.
I was just thinking of like both of those are like things you have to do if you live somewhere that not in a condo, but
Yeah, that is one of the many reasons that I love living in a condo. We don't have to do either one of those things, and that makes
I
life
do
wonderful.
miss shoveling snow. It's weird as that sounds.
don't.
Like I kind of like it. It's just like hard work.
It is hard
It's
work,
very
and you're right.
satisfying.
The reward of coming in is really nice. Like I do have a quick fun story about shoveling snow, and I think I've told you this before. But like when my family, when I was in high school, my family moved from Texas to Indiana, and it snowed really heavily. Like the first winter that we were there. And we saw people out shoveling their driveways. And I remember like my parents being like, I don't understand why these people are out shoveling. Like the snow is still coming down. Like what are they thinking? Why are they shoveling their driveways? Like they're just going to have to keep doing it. They're going to have to do it again. And then they went out after the snow stopped to shovel the driveway and learned a very hard lesson
It's
of why you shovel the
much
snow
easier to snow
while
a
the
couple
snow's
inches
coming
versus
down. Yeah.
10 inches.
Yes, it's much easier to do it while it's happening and at little bits at a time than to wait until you've got a foot of snow.
I liked it when I was a kid too. Is I
gotta
would go and shovel other people's
Make some money.
stuff. Not necessarily for money, but I'm the
Oh.
kind of person I just like helping people out. So it's like
I'd be like, I'm gonna need to make some money on this.
told you that. I like working hard, and that is a hard
You
working
do.
job.
It is
so.
hardworking. That's true.
Next up is this has to do with the spooky season, but it's jump scares or like drawn out suspense.
Yeah.
I know what you're gonna say, obviously. Though.
Well, I don't really like either. I don't like to be stressed. I like to watch a movie for fun. Hence why I like movies like Monster Squad and Hocus Pocus. More rated for children. I would choose suspense over a jump scare. Like I'd rather watch a movie that's just kind of more of a thriller than like one that's like like,
No, I
don't
agree.
like that.
I think that jump scares, to me, if you were breaking down the
like scary movie genre
like,
or whatever.
analyzing the scary movie genre, I feel like jump scares are a cop out, like easy. They're like, they're easy to do.
Cheap
and,
thrills.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I feel like suspense, it's kind of hard to do. Like I remember
to build it up really well.
to getting to where the
Yeah.
point as an adult, I'm like holding the pillow, like something is coming, and it's like it may lead to a jump scare or like a slightly
Yeah.
bit of a, but it's like the build up is way more, and
Yeah.
satisfying.
Yeah, I think that's true. And I like it more like, I like the stories that are more just kind of like a drawn out, like, I don't like the confusion. I don't like it when it's like just confusing for the sake of being confusing. But when you generally are sort of like putting all the puzzle pieces together to tell a story, and it's all gonna, like, at the very end, you sort of understand what that picture is. That's probably my favorite. And I guess you would kind of call that suspense.
Yeah, well, and there's like movies that, it's kind of like that.
You're like, oh my gosh, where is this going? What's happening?
There are also movies where it's not really suspense, but it's suspense in the fact that it's like, because you're like, what is going on?
Yeah.
And that is not enjoyable because...
But not, I don't like the confusion for the sake of confusion, where you just, and then it kind of ends and you're like, oh, that's all? Like, I think it has to be done really well. I think there's an art to it, and there's a way to do it really well, and there's a way to
There's definitely a lot of movies that are, some people like too much, and it's not, it's that
you think are overrated.
It's the confusion where it's like it's just, the music may be crazy, and then like the story is like you don't know what's going on, so that you feel that suspense, but it's like it's not real scary.
Right.
It's not horror. It's just like you're left with, you're like, what is?
You're kind of left going, that I don't really get it. Yeah. Like, I think The Shining is a good example of the kind of suspense that I like.
Yeah,
it kind of like slowly builds.
Slow
it's
burn.
like a slow build.
It does have that kind of confusion.
It does,
but it's not.
But again, it puts the pieces together at the end, and you kind of you're like, oh, that's neat. Yeah. Okay, so fire pits or hay rides?
Fire pits.
Yeah, hands down. Yeah.
You've talked about before, like you don't really like hay rides because
it's itchy, smelly, and what's the point? To what end? Like,
I think it's more for kids, but
maybe.
I think it's like I don't know. I've definitely done hay rides in a haunted setting.
Oh yeah, okay.
That was fun. Like you did like a haunted hay ride.
It's a little bit more exciting than just driving around, sitting on some hay.
When like they do that, like the shoreline, or not the shoreline, the tiki boats have like a hay ride. They put like the hay on top of the tour boat.
That is fun.
They drive down the river and it feels like a hay ride.
Yeah.
But like that's not really a thing that downtown in Chicago because you need a farm.
Right.
So
yeah, that's true. I just think to me, like one of the most quintessential fall activities is like sitting around a fire, sipping on some apple cider, making s'mores. It feels very fall. Like yeah.
Because like it's like the perfect thing where it's like you're cool enough where you're wearing a jacket, but then when you're by the fire,
the fire feels warm, and I love a fire pit. So definitely choose that.
I was say that's the one thing one of the biggest things that I miss about living downtown is that like
for sure
you can't have a fire pit or like things like that because
it would not be safe.
Yeah, we have all that wood that we've collected out of the river at Urban Kayaks. It's like this huge pile, and I'm like, it would make a great bonfire, but then like they would definitely like be highly illegal. They'd probably like arrest us.
Very, very unsafe.
Trying to burn down the city.
You do not want to burn down the city.
You know how the city feels about fire,
nope,
so
don't like fire. But I do like fire pits. In safe environments where it's not, near dry things that can cause out of control fires. Last one on the list is pumpkin carving or making popcorn balls. So two messy.
Yeah, we were trying to think of two messy things.
Yeah, that are kind of, in my mind, very
As a kid, we did both of these things. Pumpkin carving was huge in my house. I feel like we, laid out newspaper and carved pumpkins. And
it was not big in my house because it's dangerous.
Also
and messy. So making popcorn balls, I don't think I ever got to participate in that, but my mom's parents would always make popcorn balls, and I remember that being like a Halloween thing that we got to have popcorn balls, and I really loved it. But it's very messy to do, so I didn't really as a child participate in either of these activities because they were messy, and we didn't like to make messes in our house, so we didn't do that.
Like you told me that as a kid you painted
pumpkins. We painted pumpkins, yeah,
which is something that we've done now that since we're together.
Yeah.
It is easier.
Yes.
And it is less.
Pumpkin carving is hard, and it is dangerous because it's a very thick.
We have like the plastic knives and stuff
gourd that you're cutting through, and it wasn't like that in the 80s. We didn't have the little
you use like
utensils. We used like steak knives. So my dad did carve some pumpkins when I was younger. Like I remember my dad doing it and like taking out the innards and making the pumpkin seeds and cooking them in the oven and whatnot.
Yeah, pumpkin seeds, I really like that.
I did not like those, and it was gross to me, the stuff that's inside of pumpkins, and it was not a fun activity. I did not.
I like it when like the pumpkin. There's like people now are pumpkin carving like very intricate things, and like when you
is
light
impressive.
it from behind, it's like this amazing artwork. And
Yes.
that's cool.
But I think that the beauty of making popcorn balls is while it is messy, you also get a
You get
delicious
to eat
treat.
them. Yeah, you can't eat carved pumpkins.
No, you can eat the seeds, but
You can make
are they
like-
as delicious
you
as
can make,
popcorn balls? No.
Like something with like the pumpkin if you like carve out enough of it. Or something.
I guess that's true.
But
Well, you have to. I think it's specific kind of pumpkins that you use for like baking, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I guess you don't really carve.
I don't
those
think you'd do
pumpkins.
anything. I don't think you carve those. No, I think those would be really.
Well, and,
hard
like
to
the
carve.
carving pumpkins, like you carve them and then they'll last like a week and then they're rotten.
Yeah. Whereas if you paint them, they last.
Also, if you don't have a porch, it's kind of like pointless because like, what are you gonna put it on your kitchen counter?
Right.
Like
Probably
you
not.
see it, but it's like it's gonna be rotten, flies. That's kind of gross. Yeah, I don't know if I like pumpkin carving anymore.
You talked yourself out of that one.
Popcorn balls, though, I do like. I don't even remember the last time I ate a popcorn ball.
I mean, I was a kid,
Like,
for sure. The last time I had a
probably
popcorn ball.
30 years ago for me.
Yeah.
But isn't it like?
I do
what
remember
is
them
it?
being
What do
yummy.
you? Is it like?
I think it's like K-Rose syrup.
Yeah, it's like
really
sugar,
unhealthy.
and then you like
Yeah.
mix them,
Yeah,
like,
and you just like
pack
make
them in a
little-
ball.
Yeah, so just make like a candied ball of popcorn. It's yum.
Yeah, I don't know.
I would definitely, if I was choosing between the activities, I would choose making popcorn balls.
Yeah, because at least you get to eat them, and you're
Right.
not just like. Oh,
But I probably, in all reality, would just eat like caramel popcorn or something
yeah.
because it would be easier.
Store bought is always better.
Garrett's, my favorite. Yeah, so those are our kind of this or that's. We would love to know if you agree or what your takes on
Yeah.
each of these are. So please let us know in the comments. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up.
And if you want to see more of our content, make sure to subscribe. And we'll see you next time.